Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, Shiv here. Alright, so we're doing even more cards from Whispers of the Old Gods. Freakathon. Alright, so we've got a couple cards we're going to be taking a look at today. Some of them came out in China and Japan on a stream, and luckily somebody took the time to translate them and gave us the most appropriate versions of them. Yes, so you don't have to try to make through all that squiggly line shit. Not to say anything disparaging about that language type. Alright, so let's take a look at the first card. Oh wait, no, we already saw this one. Stand Against Darkness, Paladin's 5 mana minion vomiter. Alright, so standard's coming, Muster for Battle's gone, and here's its replacement. People are not happy about this card. I've seen some pro players basically say, yeah, no, this doesn't blah, and this is blah, blah, blah. But yeah, okay. Alright, folks, I'm going to cue you in on a little secret here. When you're designing cards in this game, there's certain balance points and checklists that you generally have to follow along or within. And you have to look at the health of the class in perspective of the rest of the meta in determining where you can get away with stuff and where you can't. Unfortunately, when it came to Paladin, they actually had to crank their handicap up just a little bit more, which meant you got a little bit more value than you technically should have. Alright? Give you an example. You look at Leper Gnome. Alright? It's a 2-1. But when it dies, it can do more. Alright? So using like Leper Gnome and using Loot Hoarder and use like a bunch of these standard cards that came out in the initial set, and you can kind of figure out a generalized base. And then you start looking at class cards from those original sets, and you start refining that base per class. So eventually you'll get the acceptable ranges within the class. Well, again, the acceptable range in the class for Paladin actually had to be widened in order for it to be somewhat competitive. This is how we got Mysterious Challenger, this is how we got Muster for Battle, and this is how we got Anything Can Happen. Though, truth be told, Anything Can Happen isn't really overly widened out so it can be acceptable. It's just the way fucking that deck works is annoying as shit. True fact. But now it's getting to the point where Paladins had their day in the sunlight, and people became kind of complacent on that. It's like, oh, well, Paladins are going to always get that perfect curve. Paladins are going to be this deck, and Paladins going to be that deck. Well, apparently not, guys. But again, this is just one card. There's still a bunch more to come out for the class, and it's going to be one of those wait-and-see things. But yeah, this card, for constructive play, not very good. Obviously, you know, it could enable some really cool shit with Solemn Vigil. It could enable some cool shit with Cult Master. Now, I'm not going to bring up Knife Juggler because there's a lot of rumor mill going around that that's going to be changed and nerfed. Okay, cool. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But if not, then yeah, sure. Turn 7, shoot 5 missiles. Sure. Alright. In Arena, I do see a little bit more value on this card than I would in Constructed, just because having something that gives you board presence is always better than nothing. So, alright, moving on to the next card, we have Hogger, Doom of Elwynn. Alright, so Hogger has gotten a corruption upgrade here, 7 mana for a 6/6. Finally, Hogger gets some worthy stats. But what's his ability? Whenever this minion takes damage, summon a 2/2 Null with Taunt. Now, let's already talk about the obligatory Warrior synergy here. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with Hogger and Warrior that are just going to be downright disgusting. Considering how many whirlwind effects they have, even though technically they are losing 2 of them. And, you know, it makes some sense. So Hogger now could be that new defensive tool, or Hogger Doom of Elwynn. Let's just call it Corrupted Hogger, for fuck's sake. That whole name is way too long for me to pronounce constantly. Or you call it HDE. I don't know. Or Doom Hogger. I like Doom Hogger a lot better. So yeah, Doom Hogger could actually have some potential when you look at things such as Bolster. Alright, if this guy's going to be summoning out a bunch of minions, okay, cool. Now, in Priest, yes, you can get a lot of value out of it quite nicely. You can do some trading, and then you heal it back. Boom, you get a 2-2. Right. So, this could be a really good defensive tech in a Priest deck. However, I'm going to talk about the one thing that I think a lot of people are probably going to overlook when it comes to this card. This is your go fuck yourself, you're not playing Cthulhu next turn card. And here is why. Because of the way Cthulhu works. Alright? So the moment Cthulhu comes down, he's going to start shooting missiles. Alright, cool. Guess what? Most likely, they're all going to hit him individually one at a time. So he will fill the board with fucking 2/2 gnolls. I've thought about this. What's the most consistent way that, you know, Doom Hogger is actually going to get full value off of all of his gnolls? And it only comes from Cthulhu. It's a very interesting situation. It's basically a fucking Cthulhu mitigation card right here. Alright? Definitely a Cthulhu mitigation card. So you're probably not going to want to be playing this on curve. Now, I'm also going to state this. If you're a rogue, this might be a really fun and nifty tech to have in there. So you play this guy down and stealth him. Yeah, go ahead, play your Cthulhu. I don't really give a fuck. Oh, man, that would be hilarious. I really do like this card. I think it definitely has some great potential. But at the same time, it also could basically be another Trogzor. It looks good on paper, but the actual practicality of it, not so much. I remember when I thought Trogzor was going to be like this next level great thing, and then it turned out to be total shite. Sucks to be me. Alright, moving on to the next card. We've got Giant Sandworm for the Hunter. Alright, yes, I know it's technically like an insect. Why is it classed as a beast? I know, guys. Alright. So, 8 mana for an 8/8. If this minion, I can't even talk today, attacks another minion and kills it, it can attack again. Oh, wow, this card is actually fucking total dope. It really is. It's a conditional Wind Fury that's predicated on tempo trading. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Not to mention the fact that this actually gives a little bit of validation to a couple of lesser used cards. Like, oh, I don't know, Bestial Wrath. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Bestial Wrath now makes this guy fucking insane. Dude, it took me all of like 1 second to think, oh wow, finally Bestial Wrath has a target. Yeah, true fact. True fucking fact. Bestial Wrath and this card are fucking amazing. It's like, oh, okay, so you brought out 2 Molten Giants. Okay. And you talked to them. No problem, bro. Bestial Wrath. Boom, boom. I win. Alright? That's just how that fucking card's gonna work. It's really fucking cool. And it also shows a possible direction that Blizzard's going to try to push out content for hunters to move them away from the more typical face. Alright? A lot of us in the Hearthstone community have been asking for more control, more mid-range, that focus more on control rather than, you know, tempoing out to burst your face down. And this is definitely going to be one of those cards. Also, let's not overlook the fact that you can make this into a 10/10. Thank you, Mr. Houndmaster. And one other thing I really got to bring up. Ram Wrangler just got something new to bring out and totally fuck everybody over. You know, I mean, when you look at the amount of beasts that are in the game that are actually really good, there was a couple of them. There was Mukla was a good one, right? Highmane was another, but then those were like the real power ones. All the rest were kind of like meh. Well, not so much anymore. Now you can get a fucking 8/8 that has the potential of just totally wrecking shit. I like this card, guys. I really like this card. I can't wait to get my hands on it and play around with it. And Oh, man. Ah. But Shiv, doesn't it die to Big Game Hunter? Everything dies to Big Game Hunter. Speaking of Big Game Hunter, alright, so while trolling through Reddit, basically tormenting people and pointing out how stupid they fucking are, I came across a post where a guy literally created a card mocking Blizzard over their new mechanic. Contaminated Big Game Hunter. Now, I really hope that Blizzard is going to be watching this and pays attention here. Do not make anything like this. You cannot bring out something as awesome as Cthulhu and then instantly destroy it with a card like this. This card made me laugh, and then I sat back, started thinking about, would Blizzard be dumb enough to do some shit like this? And then I thought, well, yeah, actually they would. And then I started crying a little bit. It was a sad time, guys. This, while very nicely done, and my hat's off to the guy who made it, is an example of bad card design. Alright? If Blizzard were to have something like this in this set, they pretty much just negated a good portion of that fucking set. All the minions that basically support and enhance Cthulhu, and Cthulhu himself, instantly shot to shit. That you're talking 17 individual, or 17 cards. 17 cards completely made useless by one card. So yeah, while this is a really good job and a great meme and a joke, Blizzard, for love of God, do not make this card. Not even in the next set. Let us enjoy Cthulhu. Cthulhu has the possibility of changing everything in Hearthstone quite nicely. And yes, we will be doing a video about Cthulhu and how it will relate to metas and shifts and deck designs. However, I want to wait till I see the rest of his card pool. So yeah, that's all for this card review from the Whispers of the Old God. All in all, it's getting really interesting. I'm seeing a lot of potential here. The Sandworm alone is just wow. And Hogger also has some possibilities of being really good, but I don't really want to say it's fucking amazing, because I thought Trogzor was going to be fucking amazing, and we all saw how well that worked. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that. But I do like the fact that Big Game Hunter can't hit the new Hogger. That's really nice. But will it be the replacement for Dr. Boom everybody is looking for? I don't think so. I really don't. It could. Sure, it's kind of a sticky minion. It's a sticky minion that reproduces shit. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that, guys. Definitely have to wait and see. But anyway, that's all for this. If you like these videos, please like, subscribe. Leave me some comments down below. Last video, we had a lot of activity, a lot of comments, and I enjoyed the discussions we were having in there. So leave me some comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on these cards, and let's get some shit started. Anyway, till next time, the Shiv says, stay safe, have fun, and may Orange Jesus bless you. If not, free Cthulhu. Peace.